Have you ever wondered why the national debt keeps rising? Let's dive into this important topic. National debt represents how much the government owes from borrowing to cover spending gaps. Each year, it grows for several significant reasons. Understanding these can help us grasp the effects on our lives. Firstly, the government often spends more than it collects. This creates a budget deficit. For instance, if tax revenue is $3 trillion, but spending hits $3.5 trillion, that $0.5 trillion deficit is borrowed and added to the debt. Next, big emergencies like wars or natural disasters lead to rapid spending. During crises, governments borrow substantially to offer relief and support. For example, in a recession, stimulus checks and unemployment benefits can cost trillions, quickly increasing national debt. Another factor is the aging population. Mandatory programs like Social Security and Medicare require increasing funds as more people retire. If we don't raise taxes or cut benefits, these rising costs push deficits higher. Tax decisions also play a significant role. Reducing taxes without equivalent spending cuts results in falling short of revenue. Tax cuts, if not matched with spending reductions, can lead to higher debt. Moreover, the government pays interest on what it already owes. As the debt increases, so do interest payments, which can force more borrowing if not managed carefully. Economic growth is vital too. If the economy grows slower than debt, the debt burden becomes heavier over time. For instance, if debt grows 3% annually but GDP only 1%, the debt increasingly weighs on the economy. Political choices also contribute. Elected officials often favor short-term benefits like tax cuts or new spending, pushing costs into the future. This impacts long-term debt sustainability. Additionally, budget gaps can arise from overly optimistic revenue predictions. Structural deficits may persist even during stable economic times, making debt grow steadily. Global factors can't be ignored either. Interest rates and investor demands can impact government borrowing costs. If rates rise, servicing debt becomes more expensive, further deepening deficits. Now, what does increasing national debt mean for you? In the short term, it could push up interest rates on loans and mortgages. There's also the risk of inflation, reducing your buying power over time. In the long term, we may face rising taxes to manage debt and reduced governmental capacity during crises. High debt could stifle economic growth, limiting job opportunities. But debt isn't always bad. If it funds productive investments, like infrastructure or education, it can boost future growth. However, borrowing that doesn't create returns can lead to problems. To put it simply, running ongoing deficits is like a family consistently overspending. Short-term borrowing helps in emergencies, but persistent overspending leads to larger burdens over time. So, how do we stabilize debt growth? Reducing spending or increasing taxes can assist, though these choices are challenging. Promoting economic growth through effective policies is also essential. In conclusion, the national debt rises mainly from borrowing to cover budget deficits. Crises, an aging population, tax policies, and weak economic growth all escalate the debt. The consequences are real, affecting interest rates and future taxes. A balanced approach is necessary to stabilize debt. If you'd like to learn more about this vital topic or have any questions, please leave us a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content.